Hello there, I'm Kim Eickhoff, and I was thinking this morning about worthiness. I was listening to a video by Brene Brown, and she was talking about how people who live wholeheartedly step into things from a place of worthiness. And that most of us have this sense of being unworthy, feeling unworthy, whether it's, and I'm seeing it in three different main areas, whether it's around our health and wellness, like how we take care of ourselves, our well-being, or what relationships we choose to get into with people. It can be partners, it can be friends, it can be, if you're a business owner, customers, employees, those types of relationships. And then the third area is around finances. And it was interesting when I started thinking about my life. About every 10 years, I cycle through a different one that I seem to work on. And so early on, when I was in my late 20s, 30s, up until almost 40-ish, I really worked on health and wellness and well-being. And that meant mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. So I did everything from really getting into exercise, nutrition, learning what I needed to eat, what I shouldn't eat, meditation, mindfulness, practicing those things, therapy, a lot of emotional health. And working on that stuff for about 10 years, the underlying theme was if I didn't value myself, I wouldn't do those things. And so as I did more of these self-care techniques and taking care of myself and giving my body what it needs to be healthy and all that, that created more value for myself and created more of a sense of worthiness that, oh yeah, I am important enough to make this a priority. And so now exercise, eating well, those things are usually a priority. There are days that I don't do that well with it and I have to reboot the next day, but pretty much every day I do something. And then as I got into my 40s up to now 49, I've been really focused on relationships, and that's been something that I've been trying to understand better, attracting better relationships, attracting people that want to be in the same thing that I'm in, want to work on stuff, want to have a deep relationship. I don't like surface level relationships. I mean, I have that with some people where it's not really appropriate, obviously, to be great friends or anything, but for me, they're not super fulfilling. And so if I have a friend or a partner, it has to be on a much deeper level. And there has to be much more that we're connected on besides just kind of, surface level stuff. So that's been really important. And that's been a lot of learning to value myself and see myself as important enough to attract those types of people and to say no to the other types of people. And whether that's clients, partners, friends, whatever. So it's kind of weeding through the things that really lift me up, challenge me to be a better person and make me better, and show me the things I need to work on, and at the same time support me in a compassionate way. And I do the same for them. So that's been the second area. The third area for me that I'm moving into now are around finances. So I grew up with a lot of money, and which was great in a lot of ways. However, I didn't learn really how to respect money in a way that helps me build savings and a future that is, I guess, more sustainable as far as from having money in the bank kind of situation. I like to spend money, and I spend it on things that, I feel like improve my life in a lot of ways. So it's not frivolous stuff, I don't think. I probably should look at that to make sure. However, debt has been a challenge for me. And getting to a place where that's balanced is kind of my next decade of work I'm seeing. But again, it comes back to value. So if I see my value and I see my worthiness to, one, earn a good living, and then two, pay myself, save money for myself versus just spend it, send it out the door. Because I spend it on myself, but I spend a lot of it on other people. And a lot of that is stuff that I learned growing up that, is a way to show people you cared about them, is to buy them things, do things with them, which is not a bad thing. But when I think it's so one-sided, for me anyway, it's something that's not balanced. So I'm trying to figure out how to balance it. But underlying all that, again, is the value. Do I value myself enough to make these things a priority for me? What's my worth with money, without money, all that good stuff. And am I doing things out of fear to make money? There's lots of questions here. So anyway, think about your own life, those 3 areas, and see where maybe, where maybe you've worked really well and you do definitely have a worthiness sense in those areas, and then where some areas, there might be areas that you can improve, things you can improve on. And yeah, let me know what you think. Have a great day.